Would I be the asshole for telling my half-sister's new family that she kind of assumed my identity? I F25 have a half-sister F24, called Hannah. I suppose from our ages the circumstances of her birth are very obvious, and because of this and the subsequent drama, she was never in my life growing up. I would say I've met her less than 10 times in my life. When she was 16 she started consistently reaching out to me via social media, but I was never interested. This stopped when we were about 20. Since then, I mostly forgot about her existence until she reached out to me again at the start of this year, saying she'd got engaged. She wanted me to come to her engagement party and help her get in contact with the rest of my dad's side of the family. I told her I wasn't interested, but I did ask the rest of the family, granddad, aunts, cousins, if they wanted me to put them in touch with her, and they said no, so I told her that, too. About a week later I got a message on social media from her fiancé, digging me out for how I treated her. He told me he understood that it was tough being the product of an affair, and he gets that I would be jealous of her since I was shunned by the family, but that she felt terrible about it and had always wanted a relationship with me. I was as confused as I was angry because he had the entire story ass backwards. I forwarded the messages to Hannah with a question mark, and she admitted that her fiancé and his whole family don't know that she is a fair baby, that they think she stayed in contact with dad's family, that she went to the schools and university and basically lived the life I did. I didn't blast her for the lies, I just told her that if I ever heard from any of the people in her life again, I would tell them the truth. The months went by. A few days ago, I received more messages, from the fiancé and the fiancé's sister, calling me a heartless bitch for refusing Hannah's attempts at contact. The sister said I needed to get over my jealousy of Hannah. The fiancé called me a spiteful witch for emotionally blackmailing Hannah's dad into not going to the wedding. It took everything in me not to reply and read the lot of them to filth. So, now I'm contemplating whether I would be the AH for messaging them back with the truth. It can't go on like this. I told Hannah to handle her business and she didn't. Also, her lies are pretty creepy. She's marrying a guy who has no idea who she is. Then again, it's not like she sent these people after me, so maybe I would be the AH for tearing apart her whole life over something that isn't technically her fault. At this point, I'd personally go all in and show your work. The timeline of the affair, who did what, why you don't have a relationship. The whole thing. You didn't solicit these messages. They opened the door, time to make good on your promise. Also, Hannah is 100% aware and encouraging these messages, or they wouldn't be happening. Not the asshole. Not the asshole, but why isn't your dad handling this? Not the asshole. Tell them the truth and block them all. You're not tearing her life apart, she is. It is technically her fault that she lied to everyone. She not only lied but she outed you, and after having some family harass you, she still didn't tell them the truth and let more family harass you. She is perpetuating the lies even knowing you know she's lying, and she's adding more lies. She's now making them think things are your fault. This is 100 on her. Write up a message that's the truth, simple and honest. And then block anyone who contacts you from her side of the family. Reply to the fiancé's message: I don't know what Hannah told you and your family, but it's not me that was a product of an affair. Stop contacting me or I will be forced to get lawyers involved in your harassment. Copy, paste, and send to each person who has reached out. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. You should definitely tell them the truth. And maybe see if it's possible to get a restraining order. This girl sounds unhinged. I speak from personal experience. My dad also had an affair daughter and she caused me and my brother a lot of troubles until dad got a restraining order against her. We were underage. Where is your dad in all of this? He should go and talk to those people and ask them to stop harassing you. Not the asshole, but I think just saying, look, you all got it backwards. My age speaks for itself likely would suffice. Or send screenshots showing she's been lying. And we definitely need updates, lol. I think I vote for something in the middle. You don't need to lay out your whole history, but just let them know they are misinformed. Maybe something like, I don't know what Hannah told you about me, but from what you've been saying it seems to be very far from the truth. I'm not jealous of her, I just don't know her. And it seems like maybe you don't either. Then block, block, block. Not the asshole, and you need to tell your father. I feel sorry for her and it's sad, but it's not your problem. Block all of these well-intentioned people and tell Hannah to tell the truth before you send the messages to her husband. This sounds like the plot to a movie for real. Info: you mentioned her being in another country. Is it perhaps the country of origin of your dad? Or vice versa? How do you know that besides her lying about the affairs baby she is lying about basic upper adduction? Not the asshole. It's not her fault that her existence is the result of an affair, but she has no business trying to bulldoze her way into your life and allow you to get caught up in her lies. OP, you are not the asshole. I'm curious how she managed to pull this off. Do any of these people or your family members have social media? It would be pretty easy for them to figure out she's been lying to them. It's super weird. Not the asshole, they had to get your contact details from somewhere. If the truth can tear a world deserves to tell them. They deserve to know. Especially the man intending to marry her. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. I just want to add my vote with everyone telling you to tell Hannah's fiancé and future in-laws the whole truth before this gets worse. Please do not make yourself their target anymore. Not the asshole, they can't speak to you like that whether it's true or not. Also, they are lying to the fiancé about their whole life. They deserve to know, it's just whether you want to say it or not. I kind of think the rest of the family are assholes for not wanting contact with the affair baby. Edit: I don't know why people keep replying to me that Op isn't the asshole, I never said she was. Just the family. And also the half-sister is a bit unhinged for her lie TB. Not the asshole, she's feeding them this BS about how you're the reason to continue with her elaborate lies. IDK how she thought she was going to get away with this when she's never been a part of your life or your dad's family. Simply take a SS of you asking her about the first message and send the fiancé there. If her relationship blows up, that's not your fault. She's the one entering a marriage based on lies. To be honest, her fiancé deserves to know the truth and who is marrying. Not the asshole, he deserves to know the truth. Not the asshole, no, you gotta message them the truth, and if you have screenshot of your family saying no, send those, because he deserves to know he is a liar for a fiancé. Also, you've gotta update their reactions if you do decide to do it. Pretty PLS. Seriously, her fiancé needs to know the truth. He's about to marry this person. Palpatine. Do it. Send the fiancé a message with the full details, including how she's lied to him. Tell him that they need to leave you alone now or you'll inform the police. WIBTA if you let this guy marry some psycho who is lying about her entire life and identity. You gave her fair warning. Time for the truth. I don't understand why Hannah's fiancé doesn't directly reach out to the father and family directly. Why feel the need to go through OP as an intermediary? I would also be concerned that Hannah may do more than pretend to have lived Op's life, i.e. identity theft. I would triple check your credit and lock it, look at all of your socials carefully, etc. You're all adults. You're not obligated to be in contact with her if you don't want to. Her telling everyone that you were the product of the affair shows that she is not worth being in contact. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Spill the tea. Empty the whole pot. OP, you warned her and the messages keep rolling in. Just set the record straight with screenshots and whatnot, and tell the flying monkeys that you asked Hannah to put a stop to it but she didn't. And then block them and live your life in peace. Your dad is an AH however, but that's none of your concern. ETA, please keep us updated. Not the asshole. Tell them. Not the asshole. But you made an ultimatum, it is now up to you to keep it. As backup, it might be wise to get your dad involved in this mess, because honestly, it is his mess to clean up more than it is yours. Not the asshole, say it all. Why would you have to suffer all this war against you? It's her fault, she must face the consequences of her lies. Not the asshole, I say, tell them the truth. She told these people about you and gave them your contact info. Also update us. Not the asshole, you have warned her, and you have made it quite clear. Why should he be hounded for her own lies and guilt? Give her the ultimatum one more time, and should it continue, tell the truth only if it is not possible for you to block